Today, we're going to read a story together and we're going to focus on the characters in the story. The characters in a story are the people, animals, or things the story is about. We're not just going to pick out who the characters are. By this point in first grade, we need to be able to describe the characters and answer questions like, what are the characters thinking? What do they look like? What do they do? How do they feel? What are they like? So as we read, we're not only going to identify or name the characters, we're also going to describe and answer these types of questions about them. The story I'm going to read with you today is called What's for Dinner? Giraffe was very hungry. I don't want to eat leaves, he said. I always eat leaves. Giraffe tried eating grass just like a deer, but bending down hurt his neck. Giraffe tried to eat ants just like an anteater, but the ants bit his tongue. Giraffe tried eating honey just like a bear, but bees stung his nose. Giraffe tried to eat fish just like an otter, but he fell in the water and got very wet. Giraffe tried eating bugs just like a frog, but his tongue was not fast enough. Giraffe tried to eat seeds just like a bird, but his lips were too big to pick up the seeds. Giraffe was still hungry. He bit into the green leaves hanging from the tree. Delicious, he said. Leaves are the best food. So let's think about the characters. There's only one character in this story, and it's the giraffe. But we need to know more than just who the character is. We need to know more about him, be able to describe him. So what is the giraffe thinking? Well, throughout the story, he's trying to think of some things that he might like to eat. What does he look like? Well, he looked like a giraffe, but he was a cartoon character and he was wearing clothes, which tells me this is probably a make-believe story. What does he do? He tries different foods that he's seen other animals eating. What is he like? Well, he's a little bored with his routine and the things he's used to doing, and he's also a little adventurous. He's liking to try new things. How does he feel? Well, throughout the story, he feels pretty hungry, and he feels a little sad that the things that he sees other animals eating doesn't really work out for him. But then at the end, when he finds those delicious leaves, he seems to feel pretty happy. So as you're reading today and listening to our story Blackout, I want you to pay attention to not only who the characters are, but also being able to answer these questions. What are they thinking? What do they look like? What do they do? What are they like? And how do they feel?